Hey guys, it's Sam, and welcome to my Ragefire video. As you can see, I finally got a running Ragefire, and this is for the Walking Monk animations one. And again, I'm healing. I'm still sticking to that Mistweaver spec. Anyway, what I'm going to do is I'm going to compare it to the old one. So, what I did was, got my inactive rogue, and decided to run old Ragefire. Anyway, the first thing I noticed that was different about this dungeon was the enemies. In old Ragefire, there used to be some rock elementals, some worms, and then a couple of trogs. Now there's some, like, fire dogs, and they look awesome. The next thing is this lava path that's on the screen now. That wasn't there in old Ragefire, but as you can see, you can run through it. It doesn't do that much damage. Anyway, I'm going to speed this up so that you can see the first boss. Obviously, because they've changed the dungeon around, they've changed the quests as well. I'd imagine it to be different for the Horde because, well, it's Ragefire Chasm, but for the Alliance, there's 4. I'll speak about them later on now. Anyway, as you can see, we're on to the first boss now. It's basically one of the fire dogs, but it's bigger. And because it's Ragefire Chasm, and I'm about 19 or so, can't remember what level I was, I thought I'd join in with the fighting. Now, there are only 2 special attacks that this guy does. One of them is Fire Breath, where it just breathes fire on you. Doesn't do that much damage, but as you can see, I've got a heal in, so. Another thing is his charge, which I'm pretty sure it would have shown by now. He selects a random target, in this case me, and then charges at them. He only does it twice in this fight because we killed him that fast, but it's still something. Apart from those 2, well, I say apart from those 2, it's basically a simple fight. So now I'm going to fast forward, but while I fast forward I'm going to play the other boss from old Ragefire. Like this boss, this guy's just a bigger version of the mobs around him, trogs. He doesn't really do anything special, so yeah. Anyway, as you can see, we're quite close to the next boss. Now, in the old Ragefire, there isn't anyone here, but in the new Ragefire, there's a Warlock. The only thing I really noticed him do was cast a spell called Shadow Storm, which you'll see in a second. This spell summons a lot of shadowy circles around you, and you've just got to get out of the fire, basically. I believe he casts a Shadow Bolt as well, but that's about it. The rest is just auto attack. As you can see, it's cast Shadow Storm now, and we just run out of the way. Simple as that, really. Now I'm going to speak about the quests. As I said, there are 4. There's a new enemy, where you've got to get 5 Crooked Insignias. The Dark Shaman, where you've got to kill that Warlock and something else. No Man Left Behind, where you rescue SI7 agents, 5 of them. And Animal Control, where you've got to kill this giant lava worm and that dog at the start. Anyway, as you can see, we're again fast approaching the next boss, which is this giant lava worm I mentioned just a second ago. This fight just takes a long time because it keeps moving about from different side to side, which is a little bit annoying. The only major attack he does, which isn't really major, is this lava spit, where he spits a pool of lava at you. It's basically what it says on the tin. Obviously, with common sense, you'd move out of the way. It's a shame that that's lacking in the game these days sometimes, to be honest. Anyway, this group was smart enough and they did it. And as you can see, somebody died. Now, at this point, I was just I didn't notice. But then as soon as she puts the confused face, I was like, oh no. I thought that it'd done the AoE and I was meant to heal her because she was already low on health. And actually, partway through the fight, as you'll see, she said that she jumped into the lava. I was like, oh, at least it wasn't me. I mean, I was so worried that it was my fault, but it wasn't. Anyway, as you can see, we're near the end of the fight, and in a couple of seconds we're down him. At this point my game started to crash, so it's probably going to be a bit jumpy. So, in the meantime, I'll put the old boss from Ragefire on. Now I didn't actually fight him that much in this, so it's just going to be like me killing him. As you can see, it's changed a lot. This guy was like a Doom God, I think, and, well, now it's a big lava worm. So it's quite different. Anyway, the mobs have changed as well, which I'm going to slow it down in a second so you can see. Around now. As you can see, they're wearing, well, Firelands gear, I guess. Which for level 15 I think is quite OP. Then again, you should see the drops we're getting. We're getting like 15,000 spirit on something whenever it drops, but then it disappears whenever you need it. As you can see, it's quite different from the last boss, which I'll put on the screen now. The last boss of Ragefire Chasm, well, the old one, was a Warlock. Now, it's a giant orc, and I have no idea who it is. Reminds me of that enemy from Black Temple, can't remember his name. I'll put a picture of him up, might as well. Some of the attacks I noticed this new guy do was summon a spike to push you back, which he did to me. It does something like shockwave, but it launches you backwards and it goes all over him, so a circle in a way, and then just goes out and hits you. And that's all I noticed really. It didn't really do anything else that I could actually see. Besides, all the others have got 2 moves, so I guess it's the same. Anyway, thanks for watching. I hope you enjoyed the video. Check out my channel to see if you enjoy anything else on there.